Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chaos Magic 101. Today we are going to be making a sachet, and we're going to be doing what's called predatory spirituality. So if you're familiar with psychic vampirism, that's really what we're going for today. So we've got our arrangement of stoof. So here we've got a quartz crystal. See that? Nice little quartz crystal. Cascarilla, you can find these usually in a local bodega or something. An alligator's foot, so I think it's useful. We've got red sandalwood. This is specifically sandalwood that comes from India, so that's good. 2 rattlesnake vertebrae, I put them here so you can actually see them, and of course the sachet itself. Okay, so first of all, we should list our correspondences. So for vampirism, I want this quartz crystal to soak up the energy that I'm going to be using. For this alligator foot, now, I personally associate crocodiles and alligators with qliphothic entities. Qliphothic being of the shells being from the underworld, kind of like ghostly stuff. But it's associated, for me, I associate that with the Nile, and I associate a lot of Kemetic and Egyptian stuff with the Nile. So, well, Kemetic and Egyptian stuff obviously with the Nile, but I associate a lot of that with their death workings. So think Egyptian Book of the Dead and stuff. And for me, that's really powerful for vampiric magic because, I don't know, it's like that with the Akkadian and Sumerian stuff too. But yeah, moving on. So to get the energy where we need it, I like using red sandalwood. Now, sandalwood in general is good for helping with a lot of energy work. I chose the red sandalwood because this is a lot closer to the Nile than a lot of other sandalwood because it comes from India. A lot of other sandalwood comes from, say, China, which obviously farther away, so this works. The rattlesnake vertebrae, I got the snake vertebrae because I associate snakes as well as crocodiles with that kind of energy sucking thing, and along the lines of wanting to take energy, we also want to give back energy for war magic. So any of our enemies who try to use bad magic against us, we can take that energy and we can use that to fuel our own magic against them, because fuck them, that's why. They're enemies for a reason. So doing this is actually fairly simple. What we need to do is actually first make a circle, and that's why we've got the cascarilla. So we're going to just take this and draw a circle. Now, because we're doing vampiric magic, we can do a number of things. I have my own symbol that I associate with vampiric magic, which is that. It's also got some little lines in there. Yeah, there you go. You might also want to use something like an ankh or two, because these really help with connecting with the spirits of the afterlife. Now that we've got this done, we actually have to take and put the stuff in our sachet. So first, we drop the quartz crystal, then we're going to drop the little alligator hand, then we're going to drop the rattlesnake vertebrae, and we're going to dip into this little red sandalwood. That should do. You know, it's nice, it smells good, so. And put those chunks in there as well. Alright. Now that we've got that in there, I'm going to put this here, and we're going to let that charge. So, to let that charge, we have to do a little bit of work. Now, normally, seeing as how this is vampiric, we might try, say, putting some blood around the circle. That's a bit extreme, but it depends on what you want to do. We can also go into the Gnostic state and channel energy in that way, although, again, that might seem a little bit extreme. We're going to go for something a bit easier, and we're just going to channel some energy into it, and as you know, I like using oming to channel energy. So we can just sit and do some basic channeling. Ooh. Now that we've channeled some energy into this, we need to state its purpose. You will take the energy of my enemies, and you will channel it back into me, so I may make war upon them. You will take the energy of all those who cast bad magic against me, so I may take their energy and make war upon them. Alright, fairly simple. Now we've got this wonderful bag, so the question is, what do we do with it? Well, for one, you can carry it on you and keep it for vampiric magic. So that way, if you do have to channel energy, you know, you've already got this. It can be taking energy. Just keep it in your pocket or something. You can also hang this in your temple space or wherever you do your ritual work. So that way, if someone's trying to do magic against you, you can take that and you already got the energy in your ritual space, so you can say, toss it onto your altar and use that as a focal point, so that way you can channel the energy back into war magic. And one last place you might think about putting it is over your bed, because we do process a lot of energy work while we're dreaming, and that's where a lot of, say, psychic warnings and whatnot can come into place. So we'll know when the energy bag in here has been filled and when the crystal has been filled. Fairly simple, really effective, and I hope you take a lot from it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Chaos Magic 101, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Of course, magic can be done with anything at hand, but proper correspondences make successful rituals so much easier. Buy those nifty tools, supplies, and more at witchcraftspellsandsupplies.com. Witchcraftspellsandsupplies.com is the web store of Rena Magic, a brick-and-mortar store run by experienced mages, witches, and priests with over 30 years of craft experience. We offer herbs, oils, stones, candles, ritual tools, incense, soaps, and so much more. We make many of our own products and even share the details of how we make them. Our fluid condensers are old-school alchemy with effects like you read in fantasy books. Go to witchcraftspellsandsupplies.com to buy them and even learn how to make your own. Wholesale and distributor accounts are available on request, and we are always looking for unusual and esoteric products to add to our inventory. We aim to become the most comprehensive source for magical supplies in the world, and with your help, we can be.